New information on former Governor Don Siegelman. Siegelman could be one step closer to getting out of federal prison. Today, Siegelman and his defense team appeared in court before a new judge asking for Siegelman to be released on bond while the 11th Circuit considers two appeals. WSFA 12 News reporter Jennifer Orvet joins us live from outside the federal courthouse. Jen, this is the first time Siegelman has been back to Montgomery since his resentencing in 2012.
And that's right, Casey. And by the end of the week, we will know if he is here to stay, at least for a month or so. Judge Clayland of Georgia has been assigned to this case, and today he spent about 2 hours grilling the prosecution and the defense, giving little indication how he could rule. In order for Judge Clayland to rule on whether Don Siegelman should be released from federal prison while he appeals his 2006 bribery conviction, he must first attempt to predict how the 11th Circuit will rule on two key issues.
We've long ago adjusted to the fact that even the best outcome for us is not a perfect outcome.
Chip Hill, who served in the governor's administration and on his political campaigns, has been at the helm of this 10-year journey. He feels the judge opened the window to arguments they've been attempting to make for years.
Judge Cootie said that, the arguments we were making at that time didn't reach the threshold. And what we're saying is we needed an evidentiary hearing so that we could reach that threshold.
Referring to one of the issues currently before the 11th Circuit regarding a conflict of interest for then U.S. Attorney Laura Canary, whose husband was involved in Siegelman's opponent's campaign. Canary voluntarily recused herself.
The Department of Justice has guidelines about how recusals are supposed to be handled, and there is no objective human being who can look at these recusal guidelines and say that Laura Canary honored her recusal. It's absolutely impossible, and all we've ever asked for is a fair hearing of those facts.
The second issue involves an alleged error in the sentencing guidelines. So far, Siegelman has served 35 months. The defense argues his sentence should have been between 43 and 53 months. But depending on how long it takes the 11th Circuit to rule on those two issues,
we can't recover the liberty that Governor Siegelman has served, and he shouldn't have to even run the risk of possibly serving 1 day in jail more than he should.
Siegelman supporters told us today they were shocked at his frail appearance when they saw him in court. They said he's lost more than 20 pounds, and the 10-day trek it took with the Federal Bureau of Prisons to get him from Louisiana to Montgomery really took a toll on his overall health. We also learned today that Siegelman's court appearance was a clerical error. By the time the judge learned about it, he left it to Siegelman's discretion as to whether he would make that trip. Casey, Judge Land says he will submit a written order by the end of the week. If he rules in Siegelman's favor, he could walk right out of the Montgomery County Jail.
Thanks, Jen. Siegelman's oral arguments before the 11th Circuit are scheduled for January, which could result in a retrial or resentencing if they rule in Siegelman's favor.